Tips and tricks for improving waves count validation. Tips and tricks for improving waves count validation. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bonjour, bonsoir, mes amis, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend. For those of you who are new to us, we are the TSTW 24 traders for Elliott wave trading. Our website is www.24elliottwaves.com. The title of the video is Tips and Tricks for Improving Waves Count Validation. Alright? Recently, I have recorded a video that I titled The Secrets of Elliott Waves Count Validation at 24 Elliott Waves YouTube channel. In that video, I have shared with traders my most cherished Elliott wave secrets. The correlation between one time frame and another when one is counting wave, when one is attempting to validate a wave count. So we count waves, so anybody can count waves, so you count waves, but the next step is the validation of the Elliott wave count. Is it correct? Is it adding up? It's very important for us if you are counting Elliott wave. So we have guidelines that we follow. If you go to 24elliottwave.com, click on wave count guidelines, and you will see the guideline that we follow. All right. So you count your wave. You say, okay, this is a 5 wave. Okay, so you say first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, and a fifth wave. And now you want to apply what we have said to traders, that the ratio between two time frame is 1 to 22. All right. So if you are counting wave on the 1 minute time frame, you may use the 22-minute time frame, to validate your wave count. But because we do not have 22-minute time frame, not all charting software will allow you to have 22-minute time frame. You will use instead 30-minute time frame. So one is counting wave on a 1 minute time frame. One may try to validate the wave count on a 30-minute time frame. All right. If one is counting waves on the 5-minute time frame, the best time frame where one can validate the wave count is 110-minute time frame. The ratio is 1 to 22. All right. So, but because we don't have a 110-minute time frame, the nearest time frame to 110 minutes is 120-minute time frame, which is the 2-hour time frame. So we can count waves on the 5-minute time frame and try to validate the wave count on the 2-hour time frame. Okay. If you are counting waves on the 15-minute time frame, the ratio is 1 to 22. We'll multiply 15 by 22, giving us a 330-minute time frame. So when we are counting waves on the 15-minute time frame, the exact time frame where we can validate our wave count is 330-minute time frame. But because we do not have 330-minute time frame, which is more than 5 hours time frame, the nearest time frame that we can have, if your charting software does not allow you to have 330-minute time frame, you'll use 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. So 15 minutes, a 4-hour time frame to validate your waves count. All right, it works perfectly because we see all the time this correlation between the 4 hours and the 15-minute time frame, but the exact ratio is 1 to 22. So traders have already watched that video, The Secret of Elliott Wave Count Validation, and they start trying to put into use. All right. But one thing I want to say to you here: do not skip one step. All right. So you want to climb a ladder. All right. Do not skip the steps. All right. So what do I mean by that? So we learn something on YouTube. We learn something in the classroom. We must now go and practice. But generally, a lot of traders will skip the practice stage. When traders purchase a TSTW24 or SYS08, what I usually say to traders that the first 2 weeks, are very important because you're going to ask questions, you're going to first sub-challenge why you are trying to figure out how this system works. So the practice is very, very important. One can use a demo account, all right, using a live chart to practice. So you are not getting involved with a real money. You open a chart like this, you sit down with a notebook, okay? You try to be a little bit realistic, okay? How much money do you usually spend? And you try to trade as you are trading, okay, in real time, okay, with a live chart. And you are practicing, you are putting into use what you have learned in order to build, very, very important, to build your skill, your experience. It counts, all right? Sometimes traders will watch a video. Some traders do not have the same level. I noticed that, okay? All traders do not have the same level. Some are very, very new. Some have never heard about Elliott wave, and they do not have the same level. A very experienced trader may agree with what I've said straight away and say, John, what you have said is powerful. Another trader may take him maybe a month or even more, or may discount completely what we are discussing here, and a few years later may realize that what we have said is correct, okay? So I recommend to traders to test and to practice first, and so they may build, okay, their trading skills, okay? So when one is counting waves on a daily chart, all right, the correct time frame for the wave validation is 22 days. But because we do not have 22 days, we can use the monthly chart, okay? Now, bringing us back to, okay, how, okay, to improve, okay, the wave count validation. So today I will give you tips and tricks that you can use, okay, to improve your wave count validation. So when we recorded the first part of the video, trader will assimilate. So you watch it, you think of it, all right, you try to make sense out of it. But today I want to give you a little bit more tips, all right? What do I mean by that? Okay, so you count wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I say to you to go to the 22 times that time frame. So you want a 5-minute time frame, you count one wave, first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave on a 5-minute time frame. Now you go to the 2-hour time frame, trying to validate your wave count. What do you need to look for? All right. So the first thing you should do when you count 5 waves like this, all right, you will draw a line at the beginning of your wave count, and you will put another horizontal line at the top of your wave count. So on a 5-minute time frame, you'll do something like this, and you draw the horizontal lines like this. And before you switch to the corresponding higher time frame, in this case, if you're on a 5-minute time frame, you go to the 2-hour time frame to validate your wave count. So you go to the 2-hour time frame, you will see your drawings on the chart and the 2 horizontal lines that are highlighting your wave count. Okay? Now you're on the 2-hour time frame. What are you looking for? I'm using the 2-hour time frame here. The same strategy apply for when we are using a daily chart and a monthly chart or 50-minute time frame and a 4-hour time frame, okay? But now you're on a 2-hour time frame. What are you looking for? All right, that's a very good question. What you are trying to look for is this. We know that a multi-wave, pay attention, a multi-wave on a one time frame can be subdivided into 5 minor waves on the lower degree. So you will see that on a 2-hour time frame or on a corresponding 22 times your time frame, that the wave count that you have on the 5-minute time frame will be just one move, one wave on the corresponding time frame on the 2-hour time frame. So your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves on the 5 minutes will be just one single wave, one wave on a 2-hour time frame. The same is true. Your wave count on a 50-minute time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a 50-minute time frame will be very often equal to one wave on the 4-hour time frame. The same thing is true on a daily chart. You count one wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. You switch to the monthly charts, okay, the corresponding time frame, higher time frame. The 5 waves that you have on a daily chart normally should be equal to one wave, because one wave on a higher time frame can be subdivided, one multi-wave, repeat, multi-wave on a higher time frame can be subdivided into 5 minor waves on the lower time frame. And the corresponding lower time frame is 1 to 22, all right? So if you're on a daily chart, all right, and you see one wave, you will do the opposite. So you can go from the lower time frame to the higher time frame. You can also go from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So you are on the 2-hour time frame instead of the 5-minute time frame. You see one wave like this, you can switch to the 5-minute time frame to try to find out the internal waves of this single wave on the 2-hour time frame. You are on the monthly chart, you see one single wave like this, all right? You can go back to the daily chart to verify whether that single wave on the monthly chart can be subdivided into 5 minor waves on your daily chart, all right? So it works both ways. I'm going to use a bit of mathematical formula, okay, sign, which will make sense for you, which means it works both ways. So we can go this way, and we can also go the other way. The validation is not unidirectional, it's bidirectional. So we can go from the 5-minute time frame to validate our wave count on the 2-hour time frame. We can validate the wave count on the 2-hour time frame on the 5-minute time frame. It works both ways. And also, if you're on the 2-hour time frame, we can go again another time higher that time frame, which means if you're on the 2-hour time frame, multiply by 22 again, you can go to a higher time frame again, times 22, okay, to validate your wave count. It makes sense? Is it making sense? So I'm throwing the ball back into your count, so you may start, okay? These are just few tips and tips that I want to share with you today. So you may start playing with it because, my friend, it's not about the theory, it's about the practice, all right? Because money is involved. You don't want to throw money at it. You want to have the skill, the experience, so you understand exactly what you are doing. So, in fact, if I'm on a 5-minute time frame, I'm counting my waves, all right? I can go to the 2-hour time frame and see whether everything is adding together. So suppose I'm on a 5-minute time frame, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and I go to the 2-hour time frame, I notice that this cannot be, okay, a motive wave on the 2-hour time frame. If I notice on the 2-hour time frame, what I'm looking at the 2-hour time frame is in fact a corrective wave, I will discount this as a motive wave. Remember, I'm not talking about corrective waves so far because there is another series of videos that I'm going to record, and I will be talking about the corrective wave. What I'm discussing today is only for motive wave. All right, I will be recording another video about the corrective wave. All right, so when we go to the 2-hour chart, we see that, okay, this cannot be. So when we are talking about the motive wave, so suppose you are a new trader, motive wave, we are talking about the first wave, or the third wave, or the 5th wave. These are the 3 motive waves. But there is another bigger motive wave. From the beginning of the first wave to the end of the 5th wave is also called motive wave, okay? So if I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5-minute time frame, and I go to the 2-hour time frame, and I notice that this is not a motive wave on the 2-hour time frame, I'll put a bit of question mark on my wave count. So you want to see, using our wave guidelines, I count wave on the 5-minute time frame, I go to the 2-hour time frame, I notice that things are not adding properly, I'll put a bit of question mark on this. Traders that are more advanced can go a bit higher. So I can go like this, 5-minute time frame, 2-hour time frame, and then I will multiply 2-hour time frame by 22, which means the corresponding higher time frame for the 2-hour time frame. Also to check whether everything is adding together. The ratio is 1 to 22. But what are we looking for? We are looking at the internal waves on the time frame on which we are counting waves, and we go to the corresponding time frame to see whether it's also, okay, a motive wave, all right? So if that is corresponding to a motive wave, I will know exactly what is likely to take place. Because remember, a cycle on a 5-minute time frame is a mini cycle on a corresponding higher time frame, the lower degree and the higher degree. So in order to validate your wave count, you will check the lower degree, 5-minute time frame, and the higher degree, which is the 2-hour time frame. You can go even higher, which means 2 hours multiplied by 22. All right? So I can go now, for instance, count wave on the hourly chart, okay? Multiply by 22 is what? 22 hours, okay? But because we do not have 22 hours for every charting software, I will use the daily chart. So I count my wave on the hourly chart, okay? I go to the daily chart, all right? I go to the daily chart to see whether everything is adding together, okay? If I'm more advanced area wave trader, so hourly chart, daily chart, I know the corresponding higher time frame for the daily chart. I can push it even higher to the monthly chart. So hourly, daily chart, and monthly chart. So what I'm doing, I'm counting wave on the hourly chart. That's where I am counting wave. Now, in order to validate my wave count, I want to see whether everything is adding together. I check my daily chart. I say, yes, it's great. It's all adding perfectly. So if I'm more conservative trader, I will say, okay, let's go and look on the monthly chart, which is the corresponding higher time frame for the daily chart, to see whether everything is adding together, because I want to see the bigger picture. This is how one can put into use, okay, what we have discussed already, okay, the secret of area wave validation, the ratio 1 to 22. Sometimes trader will discover something new for the first time, and he applies, and it works horribly wrong, okay? It won't work at all. And they will say, what a mumbo jumbo, all right? But as always, sometimes it takes time. Things will become clear as one is going through life, trading, okay, going through different experiences, things will become clearer. But for everything that we learn, we must now test it first, put into use, practice, until we build, okay, our trading skills. I want to show you something before I close this video, okay? So I'm looking at this stock here, Tesla Motor. By the way, this video is for educational purposes only, okay? It's neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell any financial instrument. Tesla Motor has formed an inverted head and shoulder chart pattern here, okay? If you want to know how to trade the inverted head and shoulder chart pattern like a pro, you will go to why, okay? You will go to Joe Trio YouTube channel, all right? And the price from an inverted head and shoulder chart pattern. Now, professional will measure the distance. Pay attention. This is not about inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, but I have a reason why I'm showing you this. Professional will measure the height of the inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, and we project it above the neckline. So the horizontal line here is the neckline, and that's the ultimate target for this price action. So I'm going to draw another line here, and I'll color it red. So swing traders, position traders, okay, even day traders that want to cream this stock as it's going up, will set their greedy target at 242 as the price display this first higher low here, okay? So they know that the ultimate target is here, all right? Because they are combining, okay, their day trading strategy, everything with, okay, price target of the inverted head and shoulder chart pattern. Why do we need to know the price target? The reason why I'm mentioning this to you is that when you count wave, talking about tips and tricks to validate wave, how to improve wave validation, one must also use price target. Why? The price is always going from one key level to the next key level. It's always going down from one key level to the next key level. So as this, you are counting wave, you are validating your wave using the ratio 1 to 22. Also pay attention to price target for the inverted head and shoulder chart pattern, price target for the head and shoulder chart pattern, price target for cup and handle chart pattern, price target for what? Okay, double top, double bottom chart pattern. So by combining, by using price targets, okay, and a ratio 1 to 22, one will quickly improve the wave count validation. Multi-talented trading. So I'm talking about this stock you see I have here, and I know where is the target. So I want to validate. So suppose I count my wave that is following in our wave count. Here it is. I say this is okay. The first wave we break above the neckline. Okay. First wave always break resistance. For the inverted head and shoulder chart pattern to be completed, the price must find a support above the neckline. So the neckline is this line here. Are you following me? Okay, let's color it now into pink to please the beautiful ladies, okay? Here it is, gorgeous, okay, gorgeous. So here this is the neckline. So for this bullish chart pattern to be validated, the price must display a higher low, which is right here. So they responded and buy. Following our guidelines, this is the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, and the fifth wave, bringing the price exactly at the price target. How do I know? Because I measure the height of this. So by using the ratio 1 to 22, so I'm on a 2-hour chart. Remember, what is the corresponding time frame for the 2-hour time frame? Times 22. But because we don't have, okay, 44 hours, we'll use 2 days chart. So now I will go to the 2 days chart to see whether this is truly a multi-wave or a correction. So let's go now to the 2-hour chart. So remember, my wave count is starting. So this is for demonstration purposes. Do not use this for day trading. I'm explaining to you how one can improve, okay, Elliott wave count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, waves. So remember what we are doing. When we count wave, we talk about preliminary wave count. All right? So that's why we do validation. So you go like this, you can tell your chart to count wave for you. See, price went up, price goes down, 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 and so on. Okay? So you do your wave count. Now the validation of the wave count, all right? You use ratio 1 to 22 and price target, okay? So now we see that we see, okay, this is my preliminary wave count. Let's proceed into the next step, which is what? Validation of the wave count. The corresponding time frame for the 2-hour time frame is the 2 days chart. I'm lucky to have TC2000, which got 2 days chart. So now I go to the 2 days chart. Look what we see on the 2 days chart. Look carefully, my friend. Does it look to you that this is okay? So we see now on the 2 days chart, what do we see? My wave count is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I talking to myself? Okay, because I want you to see this, guys. So now we are on a 2 days chart. Okay, does it look to you like a multi-wave, or is it part of a multi-wave? So if it's not the multi-wave, is it part of the multi-wave? Because if a wave can be extended, so go to elliottwave.com, to for elliottwave.com, check wave extension. So the question, is it a multi-wave, or is it a part of a multi-wave that is being formed, that is developing? So those are the questions we must answer. All right? So on a 2 days chart, what do we see on this chart? All right? Is it a multi-wave? It doesn't look for me like a multi-wave. It looks to me we have a bigger, okay, head and shoulder chart pattern being formed here, all right? And am I talking to myself? Okay, a bigger, this is a fractal pattern, a bigger inverted head and shoulder chart pattern. We are now at the neckline of that bigger inverted head and shoulder pattern. So traders on this time frame, on the two that are looking on the 2-hour time frame, will set another greedy target for their target somewhere up here. So at this point in time, I will say to myself, probably what I'm looking at on the 2-hour chart may be part of, okay, a bigger, okay, move if the bullish momentum continues. So now we have a new neckline here. Following our guidelines, this doesn't look like a proper first multi-wave, okay, to me, if we refer back to our 2-hour time frame. Are you getting the message? So work on it, all right? Practice, all right? Have any question? All right, put in the comment section. In due course, we'll record more videos, okay, to answer your specific question. This is about tips and tricks for improving wave counts validation. We are using the ratio 1 to 22, and we must also use what? Okay, price targets. We wish you the very best in your training, and until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the GSTW24 traders, talking about tips and tricks for improving waves count validation. Speak to you soon.